Counter-Strike 2 replaced the acclaimed CSGO, but is it actually a game changer or rather a failure? Well, who better to answer this question than the esports legends themselves? This video delves deep into the minds of pro players who share their candid opinions on the matter. Thanks for joining our community by subscribing, leave a comment, and let's get started. To understand the significance of Counter-Strike 2, we must first acknowledge the monumental legacy of CSGO. For 11 years, countless tournaments, thrilling plays, and fierce rivalries have defined the competitive landscape. Now it's time for a change. The community now has to get used to many changes that the successor brings to the game. CS2 was supposed to be an upgrade for Global Offensive, but it caused quite some mixed feelings, especially among many pro gamers. Rasmus Nielsen from G2 Esports has an evident attitude towards the successor, and told PC Gamer that it's not better than CSGO yet, not even close. It is way better than when CSGO came out. According to Nielsen, we have to get used to many things, and there are elements in CS2 that are straight up good and bad. For example, he thinks it's good to be able to buy both M4s suppressed and standard, but bad that you have to deal with the new HE plus smoke mechanic now. Oscar Woxic-Ecker from the Eternal Fire also expressed concern about the different behaviors of smokes, in particular that they spread out more than in CSGO. It's true, CS2 has introduced a new HE plus smoke grenade system, which, for many, is probably the most significant change in gameplay. The spread of smokes no longer maintains a fixed shape, but dynamically expands to take up space and can be affected by shots and explosives, resulting in openings or dispersion. At the same time, however, many also see this change as an opportunity. Hey, Cassandra from GL Prism shows herself curious and says that the smoke gameplay will lead to a completely new meta, and that she's looking forward to seeing how the new smokes will change the game and if the terrorists will save HE grenades to prevent smoke diffuses. Sebastian Volt-Melos from Gamer Legion believes they will have a massive influence on the meta. He already can imagine many ways they can be used in pro matches. Dan Apex Matisclair from Team Vitality joins in. For him, the smokes are bigger than just a gimmick because you will have a new way to play. But the new grenade mechanics aren't the only much mentioned issue. The game's movement is also heavily criticized. For many players, this is still a long way from CSGO.
Like in CSGO, it's like more smooth. In that one, like you are carrying like 200 kilogram bags on your back.
And what does one of the GOATs in Counter-Strike heaven have to say about the game? Simple. How do you feel about CS2?
It's not ready yet. It's fucking trash right now. Sounds are bad, movement are bad. Everyone is fucking stuck in each other, you know?
Well, granted, that was just a month ago. Since the release, Valve has been banging out new patch notes almost daily. Even many pro gamers are confident and think that it's just a matter of time until numerous inconsistencies are eliminated and the game feels like an actual new CSGO.
Valve is going to put a lot of updates in the next months and they're going to make the game even better. So I'm very excited to it.
Still, he has mixed feelings because for him, it's a big commitment to play a new game, even if it plays maybe 85% similar. French CSGO icon Kenny S. Shrub also emphasizes that the game has huge potential, but currently still feels really bad sometimes.
What? This game is so fucking shit, chat. I'm not even on the guy. I'm not even shooting at him, bro.
Also, the gunfights aren't really on point yet. NAF from Team Liquid feels that the bursting and tapping are already decent, but so far, the spraying is absolutely unusable. Similar is the opinion of Sebastian Volt-Melos, Gamer Legion. He says that spraying weapons in CS2 reminds him of spraying in Valorant. That's why he's not the biggest fan of it. And it's not only Volt who's comparing CS2 with Valorant.
Oh, what a stupid game right now. I would rather to stream Valorant, I swear.
Peeking is also still a problem. According to Dan Apex Matisclair, it causes the player to see the other person first while peeking, which is bad for gameplay. A few days ago, the so-called Michael Jackson peek made the rounds on Reddit. Players posted videos showing the other players peeking and getting shot, and didn't know if they should cry or laugh. Valve reacted quickly and fixed this bug on October 12th, which they ironically called Smooth Criminal. Another significant change to the game was made with the Max Rounds 12 system. CSGO and earlier Counter-Strike installments used MR15 with 15 rounds per side and 30 rounds max. It was always considered a golden rule for years. Ricky Floppy Kemery from Complexity Gaming prefers MR12 because it allows for shorter matches, making it less tedious and annoying, especially during practices and scrims. He found Max Rounds 15 inconvenient so far. Also, Simple believes the change to MR12 is a good thing.
I feel it's okay. A bit is gonna be uncomfortable at the beginning to count money, count economy. Now we will stop a bit late on practice because I'm usually late. That's very good thing, and we'll have like 10-15 minutes before next screen. That's a very good boost for my team.
However, the Ukrainian pro gamer obviously has his problems with the new Counter-Strike, but he does not want to demonize all of it and advises gamers to wait and see. On X Twitter, he wrote on October 5th that he can clearly tell that if you want to become CS2 Pro, you still have to wait 3 months. It's a shit game right now, he continues, and that we shouldn't play it yet, but rather wait for the updates. Counter-Strike is constantly evolving in order to stay contemporary, but at the same time preserve as much as possible of the competitive mechanics and balancing created over decades. While new game metas like the HE smoke system are being developed, Valve is certainly doing everything it cannot to alienate its CSGO players. They managed to get most CS 1.6 players excited about Global Offensive. Why not again? Even if the change felt somewhat forced. What's your take on the current state of CS2 and looking into the future? Let us know in the comments. To see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you feel like it, visit our website, yourgames.tv, and follow us on Twitter at yourgtv. Remove any doubts in your head and see you next time, ballers.